Just letting the Facebookers, LinkedIn go live as well. Welcome. What day are we on? Wednesday. I really had to think about it. Wednesday. We're on Wednesday, so come join me for a live. I'm going to talk about the work. What work is it I talk about? I mentioned this thing work. So I posted a little earlier, and you might not have a chance to see it. A quote I seen the other day from a friend that I absolutely love, which is you can't complain about not getting the results from the work you haven't done. Okay, so you're sitting there moaning, complaining, but you haven't done any work to get that result, but you're complaining because you've not got the result. So I want to talk about what I mean by that work. What is that work that you speak of, Julie? What is it that we're meant to do to get the results? So I'm going to share a few different scenarios with you from a client, but I'm just going to give a few minutes for people to join. Make sure you got your water topped up. When you know the deal, any questions, give me a shout. And before we get into it, actually, I was going to say to a client earlier, I've been trying to get more festive this year, get into festive vibe, and it's not happening. And it's not happening. And then the closer we get to Christmas, I'm like, be done with it already. And I think, what is it about Christmas that just makes me a bit bah humbug? And I think it's this whole thing of the societal, like everything needs to stop because Christmas is coming. So stop looking after your health, stop working out, stop eating well, all the things that serve you and make you feel good. Stop doing those because Christmas is coming. Just give it up, eat all the mince pies, drink all the wine, don't even bother doing fitness, don't do your meditations, whatever works for you. Just stop because Christmas is coming. And it's this extra pressure around Christmas, the social events, the presents, the cards, the cards, personal bug around cards. My relatives have started doing this thing. They started a few years ago where my cousins will put the card in with my aunts and post it in one envelope. It seriously bugs me. I'm like, if you can't put a stamp on it, just don't send me the card, right? Just don't bother. If you're that hard up driving around in a Ferrari or whatever you've got, but you can't put a stamp on the envelope, then please just don't send me the card. It just bugs me. It's that thought and care. I only send Christmas cards to people who truly have meaning in my life. And so it's just that thing of like, I don't speak to you, you're not part of my life, don't bother send me a card just because you're a distant family member. Drives me insane. So yeah, that's everything around Christmas. But yeah, we're also speaking about the whole thing, like gyms will reduce classes. All the classes are going to be quiet. People not want to work out, so we just reduce classes or shut it down or do minimal timetable. Structures still want to work. There's people that still want to work out. So yeah, it's like Christmas is that enforced shutdown of society. I think that's what it is. Maybe it's gotten worse after lockdown. That's why I'm a bit like, rah, Christmas, because everything shuts down. I bet if Pure Gym's open though, right? But there won't be one near me where I'm going. But yeah, it's that societal shutdown. It's also the adult-child piece around, if you're going around to your parents, it's no longer about what you want to eat, when you want to eat, doing your own thing. It's like, this is Christmas meal. You will have this at this time, and this is how it will go ahead. So yeah, I think it's that whole kind of curtailing. Maybe I'm just a bit of a rebel and to break out of the societal bullshit rules and regulations. I think that's what it is. Anyway, got me on a rant about it. What is it? 12 days to go. Oh, right. We'll get there. We'll get there. So for the rest of you who also aren't fans of Christmas, message me. We need to get together and like do some anti-Christmas chat. But anyway, let's go for it. So what am I talking about in terms of this business of work? What do I mean by that? So key example is if you can't show up to the workouts you booked in, if you can't follow the meal plan, if you don't want to follow any kind of healthy eating regime, but yet you struggle to know what healthy eating is, yet you struggle to know what portion control is, and you sit there complaining about the weight piling on and nothing seems to work, well, you're not actually doing the work. That's what I'm talking about. So I won't mention the name of my client, but I've one client who has been absolute golden in terms of she could have given up, right? The message she got from the NHS was pretty much, you need to lose this weight to get this procedure, and I want you to lose it quickly, and off you go on your own. Now, she could have been, things that have been said to her throughout the whole process that I've been working with her, she could have given up, gone, sod it, that's it. I'm just like, no point even trying. But instead, she sought help from me, and she's been working with me for months now. She follows her meal plans, she turns up to her workout sessions, She never complains about, very rarely she says, oh, I don't like this, don't like that. And that's on me because I personalize the meal plans. So that's on me to sort out. But very rarely does she come back saying, no, that's not working for me. That's not happening. This is not being followed. She is absolutely golden. She'll have a meal plan. She'll have her social events. She'll turn up to her sessions and she will give it all in her sessions as well. And as a result, she's lost a lot of weight. So she's nearly at 10 kilos of weight loss. And now the NHS are saying, okay, we're going to help you, which is brilliant for her, because I said to her, if you want to lose weight quickly, that's not what I'm about. You need to do it under medical supervision. I'm all about the safe weight loss, 1 to 2 pounds a week. And obviously that's individual as well. And it's that whole thing around, she took all that on board and she wasn't pressuring me to kind of get results quicker. She was happy that we were doing it a safe, effective way for her body. And as a result of demonstrating to the NHS that she's lost that weight and she's put the work in, they've now got a team on board to help her, and kind of like a whole holistic approach to help her. And that is the result of her work, her hard work with me, in order to get the NHS to go, actually, this person's serious about changing their lifestyle. So let's help them lose the weight or whatever it is that they're going to do first so that she can get that procedure quicker. So that's really good news for her. And I think it just goes to show a great example of someone who's willing to work to get the results. And now she's going to get the help through the NHS to allow her to take it to different levels in terms of weight loss, which again, no one should ever do with you unless they're medically supervised. So yeah, I think that's another great example. Another example on the flip side of that is there's someone who they're not a client per se, it's a family member, and they complain, my weight's plateaued, my weight's not changed, and I'm like, hold up. So you were away on holiday for a week where you kicked the ass at the wine and food. Then you had another week where you had relatives over, so you didn't follow that meal plan either, and you kicked the ass at the wine. Every weekend you're kicking the ass out of the wine. And you've not been following your meal plan now for a good 2-3 weeks, not including those holidays, and yet you complain that your weight is the same, despite the fact they've lost a stone. So it's that whole thing about, there's an example where I say to that person, well, have you been following your meal plan? Have you been doing exercise? Have you been cutting back on the alcohol? And it's like, yes, I believe in living life, but you can't complain when your weight plateaus when you're not doing the regimes and the protocols that I've been teaching. And this person loves the food on the meal plan, absolutely enjoys it, delicious, and actually very rarely they complain about something not being tasty. So they absolutely thrive and love the food on the meal plan. But when it comes to the wine and alcohol and coming off the meal plan, eating restaurant meals, they then still want the same results. And it's that thing about the give and take. And it's like, well, you can't complain if you've plateaued, when you've not been following the meal plan, you've not been upping your activity levels, you've been eating out, you've been drinking even more. So, you can't complain about it because you've not been doing the work. But what you can do is do the work to continue on that journey. So there's another example. And one more I had for you was around, I'm trying to read my writing. What was the other example I thought of? Can't remember what it was now. But yeah, the other example I was going to say was around, that was it, people complaining about aches and pains, things where they complain about, this hurts, that hurts, my body's sore, but yet they don't ever go and see a physio, they don't go and see a sports massage, they just literally, you've got people in your family who just complain about everything but take no action. So ultimately, the other examples are just around people, you notice it in your friend circle, your family circle, people might say, oh, I always put the weight on, but they don't do anything about it. And they might say, oh, this is hurting, my knee's sore, or I've got these bumps in my hand, but they never go and see anybody about it. So you're going to get the same result if nothing happens, which is exactly where people don't want to be, because they complain and moan about it, but they're not willing to do the work to get the alternative result. So ultimately, it is all about going, what is it I want? Is it weight loss? Is it healthy living? Is it toning, shaping my body? Maybe a combination of those things, even in your whole life. Like, what is it I want in my career, or my home life, my family life? What is it I want? What are the things I'm complaining about? And if they're actually that negative in my life, then what do I need to do? What's the work, the actions that I need to take in order to get the results I want? So that is what I mean by work. Ultimately, following the meal plan, tracking your food, whatever that protocol looks like for you, activity levels, going to your fitness classes, aches, pains, seeing a physio, going for a sports massage, all those things about eating healthy, drinking the water, cutting back on the things in life in general that don't work for you, so you don't end up becoming one of those people that just complain about their health, complain about their aches and pains, complains about their life in general, and never do anything about it. So that is what I mean by the work. The work is the actions to get you to where you want to be. And I'd say that encompasses whole life, your environment, friends, family, health, body, the whole shebang. So if you find yourself, catch yourself moaning and complaining about stuff, just have a little check-in. Have I done anything to change that thing? Have I done any of the actions to get me to where I want to be? Yes or no? Be truly honest with yourself. And this is not about beating yourself up. It's just going, where do I want to be and why am I not there? What is it I haven't done? And what am I going to start doing? What am I going to stop doing? And what am I going to continue doing? So stop, start, continue on the work to get you to the results. And if you need help chatting that through, pop in the DMs. You know I'm always here. All right, team, take care. Have a good afternoon. And yeah, get your sunlight out because I think it's going to be a dark one tonight. I can see it's already getting dark outside. It's not even quite half free. Take care. Speak soon.